Got Wednesday practice in the books. Really pleased with the way the kids practiced the last 2 days, especially today. I mean, we had a great Tuesday practice. Obviously, we had some adversity today with some of the weather coming in here, so we had switched schedules up and didn't things were a lot out of order. But I thought the kids handled it with great maturity and really had a very energetic practice. Really, I feel like we got 2 solid days in. Which game week, you want to be trending in the right direction. So, really pleased with the last 2 days, as we head into Thursday.
Not a lot of tape on either of your quarterback. On your quarterback's coach. Is that an advantage? Do you have kind of the element of surprise maybe against Michigan?
I don't know. We'll find out Saturday.
Anybody else got anything?
When are you guys leaving Friday? What's kind of the set schedule for the weekend?
So we'll walk through here Friday morning, head to the airport, leave just after lunch, get up to Ann Arbor, head over to the stadium as soon as we get off the plane, and so still get to the hotel about 5 o'clock. So we'll have our normal Friday night, and then 12 o'clock kickoff. It's going to be a fast Saturday morning, so we'll be back in Greenville, for a late dinner. So it's going to be a quick weekend.
Who are the leaders you're counting on week one? Who are some of the guys that are going to rally the team in the locker room for you?
Well, I think, the experienced guys that we do have that, have been, players on the field the last couple of years will be the guys that will be, the most comfortable going into Saturday. They're not going to be fazed by, anything because they've played a lot of big ball games. So, Jeremy Lewis, Rajay Harris, Josiah Hatfield, Elijah Morris, Tay Johnson, a lot of those guys, Jack Powers, Julius Wood, all those guys that everybody knows their name. They're going to be the guys that will be very vocal pregame and very vocal on the field Saturday.
Talk about some of those leaders. We talked to a few of them yesterday. Some of your defensive players. They seem pretty excited about getting ready to hit somebody. How have they been this week?
Well, they're tired of hitting each other. That's the biggest thing. So, they're excited about the matchup. They worked very hard, I think we've got a good group coming back on that side of the ball, and I think they're eager to go out there. They know what they're facing. They know that they're facing what everybody calls, the most talented team in the country, and obviously a very explosive offense and NFL quarterback. And so, anytime you're in that situation, you want to go out there and kind of, see what you're made out of. So they're excited for the challenge.
Coach, does that go to you guys' defensive line? I mean, a lot of talk about their offensive line. Are they looking forward to kind of, seeing that firsthand, proving how good they can be too?
Yeah, I mean that's an experienced veteran bunch up front, and they're facing a very good bunch up front on the other side of the ball. So, I'm glad we got the numbers we have because we're going to need it. But it'll be a great challenge and a great opportunity for them to evaluate themselves.
You may have been asked this before I got here, but just as far as practice tomorrow and the weather, how much of a concern is that, with obviously no ability to practice indoor really?
Right, it's a concern. I'm glad we got today in. We switched the schedule up and practiced immediately today, and I thought the kids handled it very, very well. We're getting ready to go in for meetings right now, and hopefully we're going to have some ability to get a practice in tomorrow. But obviously a Thursday practice is very important from a special teams, late game situations, sharpening up your game plan. I mean, Thursday is kind of to put it all together practice, so we need to get it in somehow.
Anything else for Coach?
I know you'll kick it off whenever, but for an opener, and you've been so excited about it all offseason, is it good to go ahead and get going at noon rather than having to wait until 8 o'clock?
Yeah, I mean, it's, the 8 o'clock kickoffs or the 7 o'clock kickoffs, those were challenging on you mentally because you sit around all day waiting for it to get there. So, I do like some of the thing about, get up and go play. Now, the thing, we talked about it on Tuesday, the thing you got to do, though, is you got to speed up your process as far as getting yourself mentally ready to play. They really, and that'll be my big focus after practice tomorrow and Friday morning is, them getting mentally prepared for the game. They've spent a lot of time. I mean, they're in the building a lot watching film, so they know Michigan pretty well. So it's not like they got to do, as soon as you flip the page to the opponent next week, you're going to be in a race to get prepared. But they've seen plenty of tape of Michigan, so they should be pretty ready, as far as knowing their opponent wise, to start really focusing on what they've got to do as far as a mental prep deal. So, yeah, get up and go play on Saturday.
Coach, Jeremy Lewis has been a guy with the program quite a while. I don't know if you've already spoke on him today, but just can you just elaborate a little bit on how he's kind of become a leader for the defense and how you see him fitting in this year?
Well, really proud of him. He's grown tremendously as a player and grown tremendously as a person since he arrived on campus. And he's certainly he's a positive role model off the field. Does a great job in the classroom, does a great job in the community. But he's a real, emotional leader on the field. And, I said it earlier in the preseason, I was a little worried, coming off the surgery and off season, missing the spring. But I think he's playing, his best ball right now. So obviously he's a big part of us defensively.